Hello, everyone, and welcome back to That's So Matthew. And in today's episode, we have one of my teachers, Miss Panko, here again.
Hey, everybody.
And today we're talking about That's So Raven, the namesake of the podcast, That's So Matthew.
And maybe one of the best Disney shows ever created.
And one of the longest as well.
Is it really?
Fun fact, 96, I believe, is a total episode count.
And I'm sure if you combined it with Raven's Home now.
Actually, there's 100 episodes. So I believe it's the longest one.
See?
So, a very successful show. We only talk about successful shows here, apparently. Miss Neumann, Lizzie McGuire, very successful show. So, Raven's Home is about a girl named Raven who's psychic. She can see visions, but the visions never turn out to be the actual reality.
For the most part.
And for the most part. Similar to Raven's Home, which is currently on Disney Channel.
Yep.
Going into its third season.
And what I love about when they redid Raven's Home was that it's most of the same characters. I think that's so cool. Because then, for those of you listening, I am 25. And so I grew up watching That's So Raven in 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Actually, maybe even younger, maybe 5th, 6th. But anyway, so now seeing it when my little brother watches it, it's cool because it's the same characters.
Yeah. Okay. So, it premiered on January 17th, 2003. About a year before I was born. Over a year before I was born. And ended on November 10th, 2007. I was born then.
That's so weird to me.
There is, so yeah, we can just talk about the characters now. Raven, played by Raven Simone.
Oh, Raven.
Very quirky, very exciting. I think she's 14 in the first episode or something like that.
She's wild. I always loved her bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
It was so cool. In some of the earlier episodes, I know you just watched the Halloween one and the cow one when they're upstairs.
Yes, that's such a funny episode.
It just was always cool because she was about my age, but a little bit older. And she always had cool stuff and got into the strangest situations. And boys can watch it too.
They have Kyle Massey, who plays the little brother, Eddie.
Cory.
No, Cory. And then there's Eddie's the dad. And then there's Eddie. No, Eddie's not the dad, right?
Eddie's the friend.
The friend. Okay, I'm getting very mixed up today.
That's okay.
Yeah, and then we have
what is the dad? The dad's name is Victor.
Yeah, the only reason I know is because Cory in the House. Future episode, I like that show. Okay, so then we have Lena Brown, who plays Eddie. He's the friend.
Right.
I saw the one episode where he becomes psychic from the disco ball, which I thought was kind of funny. And yeah, he's a good friend. What do you think?
I like Eddie. I like the dynamic between Eddie Raven and Chelsea. I think it's fun. It's kind of similar to that of Lizzie McGuire, where there's the two girls and the boy. Keeps them interesting. Is there a love interest in Raven? Devon.
Yeah, they actually get married, I believe, and in Raven's Home, they actually split.
Oh, really? I think
and then I think they split. But he still makes a few appearances.
That's cool. I love when they do that.
I know, throwback. Then we have Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea. Probably one of my favorite characters ever on Disney Channel. She's like a dumb blonde, but not blonde.
Yeah, with red hair.
One
of my favorite episodes, speaking of Chelsea, is when they have the babysitter come, the evil babysitter. Have you seen that?
I don't think I have.
Okay, you need to add that one to your watch list for this weekend because they have this babysitter come to watch Raven and Cory while the parents go out of town. And Chelsea comes over and Chelsea goes missing. And the whole time Chelsea's looking for cake. And so the whole time, she says multiple times, "Where is this cake?" And nobody has any idea what she's talking about. And I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but watch it this weekend. And those of you listening, watch it in your free time.
Yeah, it's a good show. It has funny. 100 different episodes to watch. So many different possibilities.
Definitely laughable. And so many costumes. Every episode almost, Raven's wearing a new costume.
A new outfit.
New mystery or mischievous behavior.
I like the one episode. I don't know which one it is. Where the girl from Cheetah Girls is in it.
Oh, yeah. She's the bully.
I thought that was cool and funny. Especially when like they play two different characters and like they still interact. I thought that was cool.
I love it when they do.
And then we have Cory, who is only like 10 years old in the beginning. I guess I never realized how young he was.
Mm-hmm.
He has his own spin-off of the show, Cory in the House. Pretty good show. One of my favorites.
You should rewatch it now that you've been to DC.
I know it. Well, I don't know if you know this, but I was actually in DC 3 times before I went to DC.
You did tell me that. And so did Anna, actually.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's still good.
Makes it funny.
Very comedic. I think he's in a band, isn't he, at some point?
Yeah, with the guy from Wizards of Waverly Place.
Mm-hmm.
Justin.
I think didn't he have a crush on Chelsea too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's Cory, and then we have the mom, Tanya Baxter.
Tanya. Raven's mother. It's from an episode.
Who's only in seasons 1 through 3.
Which is weird. They never actually say where she goes. Do they?
I don't think so. Too bad, right?
We'll never know.
Never know. I believe she does not visit them in Cory in the House at all.
I don't think she does either.
But Raven's actually in one of the episodes, I think.
Oh, cool.
For one scene. It's probably like, oh, we have one little thing you need to do after your filming day today. Just stop by the set.
Mm-hmm.
So then we also have the dad, Victor. He's a cook. The Chill Grill. That's like their hangout. That's like every Disney show. They have their place to hang out.
Yep.
Such a great restaurant. I would eat some of the food that they show.
I know. It always looks good. Another episode to add to the list is the one they're trying to make the commercial for the Chill Grill. And everybody drafts up their ideas. And so Chelsea wants it to be this like romantic drama. And Eddie wants it to be this like mystery. And then Victor wants it to be like at sea, like Lost at Sea. It's pretty comical.
Okay. And then we also, I think that's all the characters. We have some like recurring like Devon, Bianca, William, Larry, who is the guy from Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh yeah, Stanley too, who moves in next door. He's like the little kid that annoys them.
I can make a connection here. Sydney Park was who played Sydney, is on a show that I watched, The Perfectionist, still in an acting career.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so then there's a failed movie. I know that I did some research.
I don't know. That makes me sad.
I know.
Why didn't it succeed?
I don't. Let's see. I think it's supposed to be like a reunion, kind of, where I'm reading this off of Wikipedia, not a great source, but it sounds legit because I've seen this other places where Raven was going to go to France and start a fashion line.
Right, kind of like Liz McGuire.
Yes, and then they were going to fly out to meet her, and then something tragic happens, and like, I don't know, like and it apparently Raven was booked at the time for a solid year, and that's why it didn't happen.
Oh.
But now we have Raven's Home.
True.
Good show. I don't mind watching that. Then in 2016 they announced that Raven's Home, like we talked about. And then Chelsea's on it, still being stupid. I don't want to say stupid, but
I love that her kid is like smarter than her.
And like a clean freak. And like she's the one who says, "Do you love me?" Instead of like he has to say "I love you" to her, and it's like funny. It's
so well fit. The writers did a good job.
And there is also an Indian adaptation.
Really?
In India, they also have a few other adaptations in India, such as "Good Luck, Charlie," "The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody," "Shake It Up," and "Jessie." I don't want to ruin the name for anyone who's listening. Like if I butcher this name, Palak de Jayhawk.
Interesting.
I'm assuming that's a raven in Indian, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it.
Well, hey.
All right. I don't know. It's all over the world. It's famous.
I love it. One thing that happens in every episode too is like Raven falls. And I remember on YouTube, you can probably still look it up. There's like a mashup of all of her falls. And it's to like music. And it's like, like keeps doing it over and over again. I remember my sister and I would crack up.
We also have a good theme song. That's a Raven. That's literally the theme song.
Where? Doesn't she sing in it? Or Eddie does?
I think everyone sings in it because I also know Chelsea goes, "Go Ray," or something like that. And she also does that in the Raven's Home theme song. Tell him Ray or something like that.
And then, yep, that's me. What does she say in Raven's Home at the end?
Yep, that's us.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I kind of like the original better. So some of my favorite episodes is the Halloween episode. You can't go wrong with Halloween. I love Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched this one episode. I don't know what it was.
The date?
That. I watched the disco episode.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I also just watched another one when I was babysitting. They had it on their TV. It was like I think it was on Sling. I can describe it. I know it's mostly all about Eddie, and he there's like rock climbing involved.
Oh, and then is she like? I think she's trying to get lip gloss, and then she falls or something, and then it's the same one where she's having like the weird visions and like she can't remember anything.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's an episode. I don't know which one it was. I think it was an earlier episode.
Yeah. I
don't know. There's so many good episodes. I think the season finale, or the series finale, I should say, wasn't a good series finale because technically it wasn't even like the last episode that they made.
Oh, really?
The technical last episode that they made was the one where the That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana, where they all like cross, which is I like that. That's a good iconic spinoff if you want to go there. So it's yeah. I don't really have a lot other to say except for you can pretty much anyone knows That's a Raven. It's probably like a childhood staple of the early 2000s.
It's true. Even my brothers would watch it. So.
I know. I love watching old Disney Channel shows because they still like the jokes that they make are still funny, even if it was made like
true.
This show premiered 16 years ago, and I watched one of the first episodes, and everything was still funny.
Yeah.
Also,
just their fashion changes a little.
Yeah, just a little. Chelsea's a vegan.
Oh.
That's the whole point of the cow episode.
Oh right. Yes, I do remember that.
So like this was 2003, 2004, and like they were already promoting like this stuff. They have good messages.
Yeah.
I believe it is the first Disney Channel show to go over 65 episodes.
Oh, cool.
Because they used to have a rule. They used to have a rule that 65 episodes, you're out. Lizzie McGuire, 31 plus 34, 65.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, but now I think the most recent show to end at 65 was Bizarre Park, which just ended.
Interesting. I never watched that one.
I don't like it. I just watched the finale just because, it's that time.
You gotta.
All right, well, it is actually almost time to go for today.
It is. But thank you for hosting me, and I hope you enjoyed our little segment, listeners.
I know. I don't know if she'll be back because I will be graduating this year. But maybe we can record some ones and put them in the vault and just open up the vault at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I need a guest. Oh, I have this one already pre-recorded, all taken care of.
There you go. So you might hear from me again. Until then, see you later.
All right, bye guys. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at ThatSoMatthew for some updates.
Totally doing it.
All right, thank you guys so much and have a great day.